Drake releases his album with Party Next Door, Sexy Songs for You, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's not a home run, but it's okay. There's a couple songs on there that are interesting. It seems like an experimental album because obviously he's not really I like rapping Drake a little bit more than singing Drake, but he took some shots on there. Joe Budden, he called him a D sucker. He talked about that Young Thug thought it was better when Drake, him and Future were like together. They made the best songs, and he says, "I'm not ready for peace yet. I'm angry." Then he talked about like, "You didn't end me. Summer's coming up, and things are starting to lighten up." I don't know. It's like it's just taking a little. It's an experimental album. There's no real big messages on here where it's like, "Oh my gosh, you hear what he said here?" He says, "Take a minute, have a deep breath, have a little patience. They be dropping stuff, but we dropping better stuff." He says, "F a rap beef, I'm trying to get the party lit," stuff like that. And then, basically he says, "Evil eyes were staring at me, and I see it now." That's the biggest thing. YG, all these people aren't your friends. Point blank. People you helped, you can't help people sometimes. They resent it, and that's that. It's better you learn that eventually in life, right? I had to learn it. You probably had to learn it, and Drake had to learn it himself. And the album reached #1 on US. It's like the fastest album. 2025 just started, so like these little like milestones, like the fastest album to reach #1 in 2025. Like, come on. I guess they're canceling the show with Shaq and Charles Barkley on TNT because TNT didn't get renewed NBA contract. So that's it for that network. I mean, that's pretty much everything they they had there. So Shaq signs off and he's like, "Oh, I'm sick of this ish. It doesn't matter. We're going to get fired anyways, guys." Signs off. So he's just doing whatever he wants. He shouts out Melissa Ford for being from the Six and being a legend, but this is Drake. But hate to see you with that D sucker. That's what he said. Charlemagne, of course, hates the Drake album, but he hates everything Drake does. That's nothing new. Oh, man. Memphis Bleek tries to come at Gille the Kid because Gille the Kid kept it real about the Rock Nation brunch. What do you get but smiles and everything, and you make Jay-Z look like this ultimate influencer because he can gather everyone together, and then he gets all the money from the companies. That's a fact. But Memphis Bleek goes, "People want to be here so bad, smiling with Jay-Z. We laugh at you haters." No, we laugh at you, Memphis Bleek. You were the laziest rapper in history. Standing next to Jay-Z, Jay-Z gave you the crown to be the next Prince of New York City and eventually the king. And you fumbled the ball. The only songs we remember from you are songs with Jay-Z or a feature attached to it. I can only remember one song, period, round here. Every other song is a Jay-Z song featuring Memphis Bleek. Beanie Siegel took your spot easily in 2000. Memphis Bleek, you're lazy. Jay-Z had to write a lot of your rhymes, supposedly, the songs he was on with you, so you didn't look bad. You're lucky to be Jay-Z's bag boy and hype man, and there was no reason for you to say anything. You're not memorable at all. Stop. Your car got repossessed in 2010, and I would never clown anybody with a financial problem like that. But you're Jay-Z's man. You were on Rockefeller. You're on Rock Nation, and your car's getting repossessed. Something's wrong. Then Jay-Z quickly had to give you like a douce position where you drop off boxes of liquor. Let's not act like you were branding douce. You weren't. You were a drop-off box boy. We all know. We in the know. Okay? Casanova bypassed you and went straight to the boss. So stop, man. You first signed Casanova, he went past you, went straight to the boss. With the boss. Got to deal with the boss. So don't come for Gille for telling the truth. Corny. Kai Cenat responds to TDE member who said that Kai Cenat's only saying this stuff about Kendrick's performance because he wasn't allowed in our skybox. He had his own skybox. You guys are just making stuff up. K-Dot got a good response during the songs that people knew. That's it. He was keeping it real in the beginning. He's like, they pumped in some sound. They do. They do it for every artist. It's not just Kendrick, okay? I'm sure they did it for Usher. I'm sure they did it for Weeknd. There's dead spots. They don't want dead spots. It's just called tight TV. So don't take it personal, TDE. I knew you guys lost grip of Kendrick, and you guys are scrambling over there trying to make Doechii your new Kendrick. They even one of the Doechii songs they put out, they said featuring Kendrick, and Kendrick wasn't even on the song. How about that? Just to get her buzzing. I remember that. I remember when it dropped. I should have snapshotted it. I thought it was a mistake. Now I see what they were doing. Because Doechii is dope, but you guys are like forcing her on us, like with the Tiny Desk concert. Nobody gets a Tiny Desk concert unless they're a legend. Okay? All the Grammys she won with selling 10,000 units? Come on, stop. Big Meech is quiet out here after the canceled show. This is Calico Jones putting a chain on his neck that he never wears. No disrespect to Calico Jones. I like Calico Jones. Big Meech, though, questionable. Your coup against 50 Cent with Rick Ross did not work. It did not work. It failed. And now you and Rick Ross are quiet today. Rick Ross usually posts 1 million videos by time. Yo, it's great to be a boss. Yo, wake up with the what is he called? Belvedere. Bamboo. No. Grand opening, grand closing. That's all I could say. Nobody promoted this except for Rick Ross, 42 Doug, and maybe Boosie a little bit. That's it. It's sad, man. Big Meech came home to nothing. T.I., all these people stayed away from him because of all these speculations around him. Jeezy, nobody's giving him a bag. It's crazy. Anyways. And you got to be worried about J-Bo right now because he's talking to Cuff. And what that means is he's probably looking to confirm whether you guys are, well, these rumors are true or not. And he's going to do his own research. This might be a bigger documentary going against Meech than we thought from 50 Cent.